You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
And today on the Cabral Concept, on our Training Thursday edition, we're going to go over a kettlebell workout. So last week on our Friday review, I actually talked about an adjustable kettlebell. I know it's been around for a little bit, but they've had to improve. This one seems to be a lot better. It's 7 kettlebells in one, and that allows you to save a couple $100 per month. So if you didn't check that out, just go to stephencabral.com/244, and that was our last Friday review. We went over a book and a certain supplement on that as well. Those are both fantastic. But today, we're going to talk about how really just having one kettlebell can get you an outstanding workout, and that you can literally do. I mean, you could do this every other day if you wanted to, and that's the truth, and that's because a kettlebell workout is going to be more of a full body workout, and a full body workout doesn't tax any one body part individually too much, and that allows you then not to be too sore, and it allows you then to be able to train every other day if needed or if wanted. So we're going to go through the first kettlebell workout today. If you've never done kettlebells before, fine. And if you have, even if you're a seasoned veteran, you're going to get something out of this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about kettlebell progressions. And to be able to do a kettlebell workout, honestly, all you need is one kettlebell. If you're first starting out, a 20-pound kettlebell would be great for swings. We're going to talk about swings for the most part today. Maybe a 25. You need it to be heavy enough in order for you not to try to muscle it with your arms. So really, for swings, I do start most beginners right away at a 20 or 25. Typically, I try to go right to the 25 if possible, because then I know they're going to be using more of their hips. So what is all this about kettlebells and kettlebell workouts? Well, the big thing is that we're going to talk about today is kettlebell swings. That's what they're most known for. Is a kettlebell is predominantly used for a swinging-based motion. Now, you could do cleans with it. You could do shoulder presses. You could do Turkish get-ups. You can do all sorts of amazing exercises, and I've done a bunch of those demonstrations on YouTube before, but swings is where it's at. Swings is going to allow you to engage your glutes and your hamstrings and your core almost like no other exercise. Maybe Romanian deadlifts, which is a close cousin to that because it's the same pendulum swinging type motion. But what we have here is an exercise that can really boost our metabolism at the same time, toning the areas that most people want to be more toned, which namely are their legs and their glutes, and of course their abs, their core muscles, right? So when you're starting out with a kettlebell, what I like to see is this. I like people to start with a 2-arm kettlebell swing. Now, if you don't know what this is, or you just want to fine-tune that form, just go to stephencabral.com/250, which is today's episode, and you'll be able to see a video that we link up right in the show notes page that will actually be going through a kettlebell interval. I'll be talking about that in just a moment. So I like people to start with 2 arms on the kettlebell swinging through their legs, and again, get a video demonstration, but really simple. You hold on to the kettlebell. It's basically a ball connected by what's called a horn or the horns, and that's the handle. And what that does is it allows you to grab onto that handle with both hands, swing through your legs as the ball the kettlebell comes back and the ball part of it. And a lot of people refer to it as almost like hiking a football to the quarterback. You swing it through your legs, but you keep your eyes forward, and then you swing your hips through. You don't lift it with your arms. You swing your hips through, engaging your glutes, engaging your hamstrings, engaging your core. And the great part is that opens up your hip flexors. So really nice for all the people who sit for the majority of the day. Amazing exercise, corrective exercise in that way. So after you do the 2 arms, you master that, great. Then you'll do 1 arm. And typically we say somewhere around 15 reps, but I'm going to give you very specific intervals in a moment. Once you get good at 15 reps, you can go up in weight, and then you can begin to use one arm with that same exact weight. And that one arm allows you now to get the same muscles involved, but even a little bit more shoulder stabilization. So through the shoulder joint, because you're going to keep that shoulder packed, which just means pulled back. And you're also going to get your obliques engaged a little bit more. And the reason is, whenever you're using one arm, you have to resist rotation. You have to resist your core or your lower back and abs from twisting. And so that works your obliques, which are the muscles that people affectionately call their love handle. So right below that are your obliques. So everyone likes to work those because they give the physique and they give the waist a really nice tight shape. It gives you more of that V taper from your shoulders down to your waist, and then your hips come out a little bit. So after you get the 2 arm, you've done the 1 arm. After that, you can move to some more advanced kettlebell work, which could be 2 arms on the kettlebell, and you could be doing walking kettlebell swings. That's a great one. Kind of just walking down the floor, swinging the kettlebell as you walk with 2 arms. Then you could do walking kettlebell swings with just 1 arm at a time. And after you do 10 reps down or 12 reps down, you can switch and then you can use the other arm. And then after that, you could do something called American swings. In American swings, you're standing in place. And as you swing through your hips, the same thing. The only thing changes that instead of going to around your chest height or chin height, you're going to swing all the way overhead. And now you need good shoulder mobility for this, but it also helps open up the serratus muscles and a lot of the muscles in your shoulder. And if done correctly with proper form, it can be a great way to do kettlebell swings as well. Some people don't like them. I see no issue with them for the right individual who has the proper shoulder mobility. And then after that, again, we can start getting more and more advanced with alternating hand swings, which is a swing and then at midair, at peak, so basically right around chin, chest height, you're going to feel that kettlebell become weightless for a moment. At that time, you're actually going to switch hands. So one hand lets go, the other hand grabs onto it. It's not as difficult as it seems, and it's actually a very fun exercise to do that I progress body transformation clients up with. Great, great exercise. So again, those are the swings you can do. And there are many more, so don't get me wrong, but these are the basics. Those are the ones that you can master, and you'll master them within a month or so. No problem at all. 8 weeks at the very, very most, even if you're a true beginner. But now, how do we do them as an interval workout? Well, you can pick any one of the ones I just described, and if you are a beginner, you're going to start with the 2-arm swings, and you're going to swing that kettlebell for anywhere from 12 to 20 reps or 10 to 20 reps. That's a great place to start. Once you settle in, you feel comfortable with the form, and you want to do this at the end of a workout, so the end of a resistance workout as kind of like an interval to get the whole body pumping, to get that metabolism boosted. Remember, studies show that if you end your workout on a high note, which means an intense note, you're more likely to keep your metabolism boosted for the next 16, 20, even 36 hours. So really great thing. Now, so how do we do that? Well, we can do 20 seconds of swings, we can do 30 seconds of swings, we could do 60 seconds of swings, or we can even do all the way up to 90 seconds of swings, which is obviously a really big conditioning type interval. Now, that's much more difficult. Remember, my general rule of thumb is however long you do swings for, 20, 30, 40, 60, or 90 seconds, you're going to rest double that amount of time for your typical swing, okay? So, and that's a just typical interval as well, which means if you're doing 20 seconds of swings, you'll rest 40 seconds and you'll begin your 20 seconds again. How many times should you do that? Anywhere between 5 and 10 total rounds is absolutely perfect. That is more than enough. If you do 10 rounds of swings, you're way ahead of the game. I typically would end the workout maybe like 3 to 5 sets of kettlebell swings. That's a great way to do it. But there's another way, and again, you're probably familiar with this as well, or maybe at least heard about it by now, and they're called Tabata interval swings. Tabata, that's the 20 seconds on and the 10 seconds off. I honestly believe that kettlebells and kettlebell swings, especially with 2 hands, lend themselves perfectly to Tabata interval workouts. And the reason is this. You're going to swing hard. You're going to swing that kettlebell hard for 20 seconds, all right? And most people get somewhere between 13 and 15 repetitions. So if you don't have a timer, you're going to go hard for 13 to 15 repetitions. You're going to put it down. You're going to take 2 deep breaths. 2 deep breaths equals about 10 seconds of rest. Because remember, a Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And today, if you go to stevencabral.com/250, I'm going to give you a video demonstration I did of a Tabata workout 6 years ago. So this is truly a blast from the past. But remember, true wellness, true fitness, true longevity never changes. Which means I could watch videos from 1920, and if it's a true exercise, meaning like it's a clean, it's a deadlift, it's a squat, that form, that everything is going to be pertaining to today. So remember, true science always holds up. True, all this fad stuff that comes and goes, right? You know, that stuff it's really just gimmicky, it's marketing, but true workouts, they'll be around forever. So this kettlebell Tabata interval is 2-arm swings. You're going to go for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And you're going to repeat that for 8 rounds. That is a 4-minute total workout. That is all you need. You could literally do that, and that could be your whole workout. Now remember, that's why I said warm up. You need to warm up before that. If that's your kettlebell interval, remember, if you go through a workout, you're all set. You're all warmed up. But if this is your only workout of the day, that that 4-minute workout, you should be doing hand walkouts. You should be doing some lunges. You should be doing some jumping jacks. You need to get maybe some plank work. Your body needs to be warmed up for about 5 minutes. Then you can get in this 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay, so amazing workout. And again, if you don't have a timer, I mean, most people have an iPhone or some type of phone, right? And they could just put on the timer and they could just watch the countdown clock. And every 20 seconds that goes by, that is your 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. Okay. So it goes against my 1 to 2 work to rest ratio, but this is very special. This is a specific thing meant for only 4 minutes, meant to really boost your metabolism. So great workout, but remember, it doesn't have to be a Tabata. Not everything has to be a Tabata workout. However, I know people love them, and I already have a great video that I'd like to present you with, so why not chat about that today? So great workout, and again, if you are interested in the adjustable kettlebell that I mentioned, simply go back in time to stevencabral.com/244, and that will give you the link specifically to this kettlebell. It will probably save you at least $200, I would say, from buying all the kettlebells individually, and it will save you a lot of space in your home as well. So if you start out with 20 the first week, and then you feel like, okay, I could go to 25, and then maybe 2 weeks later to 30, this kettlebell does it for you all in one. However, I'm not against building out your own home gym and get a bunch of different kettlebells as well. That's what I've done. It's what I enjoy. But these adjustable ones, I have them as well. I like them. I also like the adjustable kettlebells, dumbbells, which I've talked about before. So I just try to make my life easier as well, just like yours. And if you don't have a lot of time, it's great just to have that equipment all in one place. I hope this was a helpful workout episode today. If you have any questions, well, feel free to just go to stevencabral.com/ask Cabral, and you can always ask me any questions you do have. I answer those every Saturday and Sunday on the Cabral House Calls, so definitely tune in for those episodes. And again, to get the kettlebell workout video today, any links that you need, any helpful hints that we have along the way, just go to stevencabral.com/250. Have a great day, everyone. I will talk with you soon. Ever wonder what the best sauna, blue blockers, sleep trackers, wake lights, salt lamps, or other health gadgets are? Or what about the top non-toxic mattresses, sheets, soaps, bath products, toothpaste, and cookware? Or would you like to know the cleanest choices for hemp parts, meal delivery services, supplements, and much more? I personally curated, researched, and now created a resource page of all of my top picks that continues to grow each week. These are the exact products I use in my own life, with my family, in my private practice, and they're the ones I trust. To find out all of my up-to-date recommendations and all the details, simply head on over to stevencabral.com/resources.